All right, so day 2, I still haven't got it plugged in yet, or into the, I guess the vanity dresser here, chest of drawers, that's the name of it, here in the bedroom. But it is 8:40 p.m. Just unplugged the AC coming in, so the plug into the camper from the 15 amp line from the garage. And so right there is where we'll mount it, but for the time being it's just down here on, sitting on the bench. Let's see if I get that to show. So there we go, 100 amp hours. Right now we're pulling 3.14 amps. So that just for the fridge, and all the lights are on right now. The furnace is kicked on. We just have it set at 50, so just maintaining a little warmth in here as we start to pack it. That will probably kick it up to 8 amp hours. So 8:40 to 8:40 in the morning, the sun will come out, so that might help it a little bit. But 8 hours, 8 times 8 is 64. So if we're at 200 amp hours minus 60, I'd be happy if we were 120-ish in the morning, which is an absolute ridiculous amount of hours still. Now, that number I didn't talk about, 63 hours, supposedly at this amperage draw. That's how many hours of battery. So I will update you in the morning and just add that video to this video and see what we're working with. But yeah, hopefully we should be good to go for a while. So I'm pretty excited about this. I got the cord in today, the 10 gauge 25 foot that we're gonna plug into the 50 watt for the 3000 watt inverter in the battery compartment. So we should be good to go there. And then the 400 watt solar panels came in the mail today. It's just freezing out here, so I don't want to use the seal it while it's cold. But as soon as we get south, I'll get up on the roof and screw all those in, and then seal it so it doesn't leak. And then I'll give you guys another update. But yeah, really excited about the solar. The charge controller is not pumping in. It's not a lithium, and that's another $200. But it's pumping in enough now that I'm not really worried about it. And then this summer when we get back, I found them Amazon, it's like $230. I found on non-Amazon, not needing it, right away. Who knows how long it'll take to ship, but it was like 168, I think is the cheapest I found it. So we'll get that one. And for all of those that own these, all the electrical is right underneath the pantry. So you pull out the drawer and it's right there, super easy to get to. So I'm excited for that. They made it pretty darn easy to fix or change in our case. So anyhow, I hope this video helps, and I will get you another one in the morning, and we'll see how many hours we're drawing down. So thanks, and see you then. All right, so it is 8 o'clock, 8:10 the following morning, so not a full 12 hours. It was 8:40-ish, but close. But I am blown away here. Of course, the furnace didn't run all night, right? It only ran when it needed to kick on, so it was just the 2 to 3 amp draw from the fridge, but it did not draw near as much as I thought or deplete the battery. So these batteries are very strong, all things being considered. So we were at, and now we are at 95% down to 188 amp hours. So it only drew about 12, which I think the fridge is drawing even less than that, or my battery monitor is not reading accurately. But even if it's not reading accurately, I mean, we still have a ton of voltage left. So I'm pretty excited. I think it's not reading accurately because it says it is 13 volts, 12.9. And if I look at a lithium chart, that is less than 95%. But it never got up to the 14.4, which is 100%, but we're still way above, even close to 50%, and you can take lithium basically down to 0. So I'm gonna continue to drain them. I'm gonna get that lithium charger, but I am gonna plug in. I just want to plug in and get it back up to 100%. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm just gonna see what solar is gonna pump in, see how many amps that'll pump in, and just let this experiment continue for a bit longer. But yeah, pretty excited so far. So just want to give you a quick update before work, and we're continuing to pack up and heading out this upcoming Thursday. So excited to be off the grid most of the time, so not have to run the generator, especially not have to run the generator through the night. So that's going to be fantastic. All right, thank you. So 13 volts on lithium is only 30%. So that's actually what I more expected. So I do not think the battery monitor is reading correctly. So I'll look into that, but still we made it through the whole night and have plenty. So here to plug her back in, and then we'll start the day, but still very happy overall. We'll get the solar panels up here and I think we should be absolutely fine, but glad to give you an update. Thank you again and have a great day. This gimbal is pretty sweet, but it doesn't zoom out much, so that's why my head's so big and my arms are short. So I apologize for that, but in case you're wondering, now you know. But I promised once we were on the beach I'd show you our setup, so let's take a look at it. So here we go. Here is a Harbor Freight Predator 3500. I really screwed it up a couple weeks ago with the slide on the hitch and destroyed the case. So if anyone has a junk one with a good case, let me know. I'd love to pick it up from you and kind of rebuild this guy. With that being said, it has worked 5 years now flawlessly. The battery's dead on it, but it still works full first pull. So we love it. It's 30 amp. So how it works is I've got the RV soft start on the ACs, so you can still run the ACs with it. But we have a 30 amp into a 50, and the cord then goes into the camper, and it really does suck fuel, or it doesn't suck fuel, it sips fuel, so it's very efficient. As promised, let me show you the setup we have here. So there is the Golf and the truck and camper and the Wii Boost, which will let me create content and stream to you, and that thing's working fantastic on the painter's pole. So how does it work right now? Because we have 110 inside, and that's the follow-up to the inverter install the other day. So here we go. We've got a 50 watt into a 10 gauge cord, I think. It's the heaviest extension cord I could buy. I don't remember the gauge. But then that comes underneath through the camper, and there's a hole in the camper right now. I just have it run through the front, and then plugged into our 3000 watt Renogy inverter, and then we're running 2 lithium 100 amp batteries. And right now the solar, we've got itty bitty amperage coming in, but as soon as it warms up here, I'm going to install the 400 watt panels up there. So I got 4 100 watt solar panels, so get that up on the roof, and then that should really push out some serious amperage to charge the lithium. The battery runs down because it's not going fully charged, because I need a lithium inverter, which is $200, and then it'll know to boost it up to 14.4 volts instead of 13.2, where it kind of cuts out and stops charging because it thinks the sealed batteries are charged. So that'll fix that. But again, just wanted to show you the setup. I'll take some videos of us putting the solar up on the roof. But so far this is working out really well for us. And yeah, pretty much off grid with the help of some gasoline, but hopefully we'll be completely off grid here in a bit with the help of the sun. And looking forward to it. I'll get you another update. So I used a Turtibond tape for the screw holes. It worked really well on our other little camper, and it's so much easier to work with than die core. So what we're doing is we're just connecting them in parallel to the connector for that little solar guy. Again, it's only 50 watts. We will hook that back in at some point here. But these two panels here and then two more, I installed when we were over up at Raptor Lake by White Sands, New Mexico. Those do boost it up to the 14.4 volts or 14.1 volts for lithium. So this has worked out fantastic, and as long as it's sunny, I really don't need the generator whatsoever. We don't run it down. Now, we don't use the air conditioner yet. If I do decide to go full boondocking, I probably will spend another $800, which is two more $400 100 amp hour lithium off Amazon. Those batteries seem to be fantastic. Are they as good as Battleborn or Dakota or some other lithium? Probably not, right? They don't have the thing to warm them up and things of that nature, but they are half the cost and they really got the job done. So this is my experience, but appreciate you guys watching, and again, it really does work and we have been absolutely thrilled with it. All right, so that is 200 watts, two 100-watt panels, and I got the other two up tomorrow. Actually, I don't have enough Turtibond tape, so I'm only gonna do one more tomorrow. We'll get hooked up, but that's better than that 50 watt, and then we'll incorporate that 50 watt back into it. So we'll see, just like on cue. The sun's starting to come out a little late for it to help, but we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. So excited to get some more solar on the camper, and this should do a real good job, I think.